Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Yeah. Who is it? Knock, knock. Who's there? It's the plumber. Alice, your sink is clogged. I love that. How is everybody doing? Tonight's going to be a big, different night. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Hey. Going to give everybody a little chance to catch up. We're just getting into that intro part. Some freak out music. This means like it's getting ready to get good. Oh boy, tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. July 19th already. It's crazy. Here's what I want you to do. Do me a favor. Let's start sharing. Let's get this watch party going. Hey, babies. Yeah. See everybody starting to log on. I like it. Tonight's going to be a different night. I promise you that. I'm going to do watch party too, so give me a second. Share. Start a watch party. All right, I think I just started a watch party. Yeah. Oh, I need to do that. Hang on one second. Forgot to pull the big screen up so I can see what you're saying. Ah, there I am. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, oh. Give me a second. Sorry. It's hard with this. There we go. I like it. All right. A little bit of latency, but I'm getting used to it. Yeah, so tonight, Sunday night. Tonight, special night is going to be. Tonight, boy, we're down to the wire, too, figuring this stuff out. Tonight I'm going to have radio talk show host V from the Red Pill Hardcore show. He's on the Republic Broadcast Network worldwide. V's got some stuff going on. I mean, these guys talk about way different stuff than I talk about. But tonight we're going to talk about it. Thank you. Thank you for those of you starting watch parties. Love it. Okay, so V, I'm not going to take some phone calls just at all tonight because we're going to talk to V. V is a deep individual who talks about a lot of deep stuff about our government, the world, the way we are, the things you may not know about, conspiracies, you name it. He's got his finger on the pulse. I don't know a whole lot about this stuff. I have my personal opinions, but I don't know all about it. Hey, how come I'm not seeing that? Why am I not seeing all there? Oh, I see. Whoa. Anyway, so we're going to be calling him, and he's tucked away somewhere in Europe. And, hey, Pete. And that's what we're going to do tonight. It's going to be different. Oh, I know what the problem is. All right, there we go. Sorry, I want to be able to see your text when you're texting. I only have one page that I'm reading the text from because it's too confusing with four screens going on. I tend to get distracted too much, so they took them away. Anyway, standing by. That's right, you stand by. It's going to be an interesting show. I'm finding myself, again, I really, if you've been watching this show, he's in Poland. That's right. Here's the deal. I have been trying to stick to the things that, I do. I'm coming to find out, but I always knew I can do just about anything. If this was a game show, I can host it. If this was a news show, I can host it. If this was a comedy show, I can host it. But the thing is, I just wanted to do things more along the lines that I've been doing in my natural life and just bring it to live TV. But what's happening is this country is getting to be such a clusterfuck. And yes, I just swore, and I can do that right now. I don't do it a lot, but I think you get my point. And that it's really starting to bother me deep within. So I'm having to talk to people and about this because God knows I cannot wait until November is over. And hopefully life will start moving forward. Some people that are disrupting this world will have to take a seat. And maybe we can get on with it, you know? But anyway, so what's happening is I'm getting drawn into the arena, as I said last week. And you know, this stuff is just, I have to bring these things to light because for those of you, my 3 million that watch, you know, I know everybody's got opinions, and I respect your opinions. I really do. We all don't see eye to eye on things, and some people say, like, I don't understand how the hell you can, you know, say this or believe this or whatever, and then vice versa, right? But it's just good to listen and take it for what it's worth and take it with a grain of salt or whatever you want to do, but... So I'm getting into this for right now. We're going to have to because I feel it's my responsibility because I'm kind of loud. I have a voice, and I feel I have to share this. So I appreciate you sharing too. I want you to go to your screen and where it says share, I want you to hit the share button, and then it's going to say, hey, do you want to start a watch party? You say, hey, start a watch party, and then type real quick. Say, hey, this is so and so. You know what? We're watching the Peter G Show. Might be worth your watch. So I'm sharing this with you guys, and it shares within your inner circle, and I think it's going to be of worth. You know, all the shows, every show I do has something to offer. That's right. Peter G Show lives matter. Kind of like that, right, Paul? My Florida correspondent. So anyway, this is what it's all about. I feel it's my responsibility. Speaking of my responsibility, I got a couple more, and I got to get moving, too. I could not do this show if it wasn't for my beloved Bolt Energy. Bolt Energy. Why Bolt Energy, people? Let me tell you. No preservatives. Hey, it's dripping. Did you guys put it in ice? It's all right. Napkin. Thank you. Sorry. Bolt Energy. Electrify your senses. All right? I like Bolt Energy. Why Bolt Energy? It tastes good, number one. It's a cleaner energy drink. My Bolt Energy people are workout fanatics, and they wanted to make a cleaner energy drink and no preservatives. Go try to find a energy drink with no preservatives. Just save yourself the time. Let me tell you, there are none. Bolt Energy, no preservatives. If you can't find Bolt Energy, go to your store and ask the store clerk, hey, you got any Bolt Energy? And you keep asking for it, and they'll get it. But if you can't find it, go to www.drinkboltenergy, and they'll tell you where you can find it. And if they can't, they'll tell you how you can get it. And like I said, we're slowly growing. And I love these people because they see my show every week, and they still believe in me. Oh, boy. Okay, so as always, now I got computers on both sides of me. This is getting really confusing. I'm going to crack open a can. Got to lay off the bottle. How is everybody tonight? It's very stressful for me until I get in this seat and we finally get going. Bolt Energy, salute. Oh, I wait for this. And I take those cold, brisk couple of gulps, and then all of a sudden I feel like, hello, ladies. Doesn't do much for this, but I feel good. Go out and get you some Bolt Energy. Electrify your senses. Number 1. Got to quickly get going here. Real quick, then I got to get on the line. I tell you every week lately, I'm kicking off, I'm supporting and sponsoring America Strong USA. It says it right here. America Strong USA. Finally got my wristbands. I'm supporting America Strong USA. Right there. What I'm going to do tonight, I got a few wristbands. At the end of the show tonight, I'm going to take the 2 callers. I'm going to send them wristbands. All you have to do is, if you want to support America Strong USA, our United Healthcare Workers, it's It's going to be supporting our healthcare workers, our first responders, law enforcement. Get a good shot of that. You getting a good shot? Simple wristband, $5. You go to their website, americastrongusa.org, and you purchase a wristband or 2 or 3, and you give them to somebody you care about. Because what's going to happen with this money, it's a nonprofit organization. They don't keep a dime of it. Believe it or not, our first responders and all these people who stick their lives on the table for you and lay it on the line, they get issues. They have sick children, things like that. Certain times, people just don't have the insurance to cover things, and this is what they're doing. So after the show tonight, after I get through interviewing V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show, I'm going to take a couple of phone calls, and I'll send you a wristband. And all you're going to have to do is something like this. 5-second video. This is all I ask from you. You're going to get on a video, and you're going to go, "Hi, my name's Peter G., and I support America Strong USA. I'm from Los Angeles, California." And that's it. Except you don't have to be from Los Angeles. I'm from Los Angeles, California. You tell me where you're from. And that's it. Make a quick 5-second video and send it to the americastrongusa.org website, and they're going to post it. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. This challenge is going to grow. We're barely scratching the surface right now, but I'm proud to be early on in this whole thing, and you watch my words or listen to my words, that this is going to be something worthy of, and you're going to be a part of it. Okay. We'll get back to that after I get on the show with V. Right now, I'm going to take one more sip here. Here's what's going to happen. This could be really good, or this could be really bad. Hey, sorry. A lot to talk about. I'm not reading the screen that good. I'm going to call V right now from the Red Pill Hardcore Show. He's on the Republic Broadcast Network. I was on his show back about a month ago, and thank God we talked about what I know. But tonight I'm going to talk about what he knows. It's going to be pretty interesting, okay? So bear with me, because we were getting it down to the wire here. And we're going to find out exactly what's going on here. Cross your fingers everything works. Because I need it to work. Crossing my fingers. So far, so good. 2 ringy dingies. Oh yeah. Can you dig it? Are you there?
Hello there, Mr.
Hey, man.
Peter G.
How you doing?
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing okay.
Good. You hear me all right?
I'm hearing you just fine.
All right, let me pump you up a little bit here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the line, in the flesh, you handsome devil, you, the infamous V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show on the Republic Broadcast Network. How you doing? And thank you so much. I know it's the sun's about to be coming up where you're at.
Sun is already up. I'm further up latitude-wise, so it stays. It gets very bright very soon, and it gets dark very late.
Wow. All right, so let's get to the bones of this. I'm going out of my realm. I'm gonna get rid of me so we don't see me so much. There we go. As long as you see. So we're going to talk about you and what you do this time, because the last time when I was on your show, you were kind enough, and thank God you could relate to what I do. Because lately,
absolutely.
Yeah, because lately I'm getting to wonder. I don't know what the hell I do anymore, because I'm all over the map. But I know that I'm doing something. That much I'm sure of. So you have a show. How many days a week are you on, or what's your schedule? And tell everybody what you do. I'm going to shut up.
Well, I am the host of the Red Pill Hardcore radio show. Also host of the Red Pill Hardcore TV show. Host of the Red Pill Hardcore.
It's a lot of hardcore. A lot of hardcore.
A lot of side project stuff. Yeah, a lot of hardcore. I'm host of Family Case Files. I'm also the host of Targeted. These other shows I'm handing off to other hosts, because I've been training other hosts to
host.
Yeah, to host.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. Stunt doubles.
Well, I'm also going to be one of the lead directors for TLB TV as it launches, well, relaunches.
Okay.
Which is why I'm not going to have so much time to do these other shows.
Right.
So,
well, where do you want to go tonight? Which show? We're going to focus on what's your favorite stuff that you want to talk about. As if I didn't know, but I'm going to do this for everybody else. I want what are we going to talk? I want to go into your world tonight.
Okay. Yes. Well, I am. Well, my story here. I am a targeted individual. I represent targeted individuals around the world with my media. Target individual, meaning I'm targeted by the government via illegal and covert methods, technology-wise and things like that. Basically, I was targeted and put on the NSA false flag shooter list. I was put into mind control program to be a mass murderer, to be a killer. And I broke the program. Okay. Why? Because, well, I am pretty much an expert in psychological warfare. I studied the occult very deeply. I have so many areas of expertise. I can't really go into them all, but as it is, that's what I do with my radio show. I am whistleblowing on the federal government, U.S. federal government.
Okay. See, because if I didn't know better and I saw you, I'd say you play in a band. And I'd say, I used to have long hair. You want to see my license? Now I can't do it. Now I can't do it.
Well, the dreads symbolize my independence and my non-conformity.
I wanted to do that too, but my hair says no way, Jose.
Yeah, well, I think about getting a haircut sometimes too, with all the gray that I'm getting.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. So, but your show. So you're away and you talk, but your show. How often do you do your show during the week?
My radio show is Monday through Friday.
That's a lot.
Well, Friday is a replay, so basically Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
1 hour show. Then I do another 1 hour show after that, an after show.
Right.
On Republic Broadcasting Network.
And you talk about
social engineering. Well, because psychological warfare, social engineering, government corruption. These are all the areas in which I'm pretty much an expert in. Okay.
So, but when you pick topics, you got to say, okay, so let's say tonight's your show. What are you going to talk about with me tonight? What do you want to really go? Because now, it's your chance to air yourself off onto my show to, get my 3 million involved in, because again, we all think there's a lot of people that don't even understand this stuff. They just think that we're just doing everything and there's nobody diabolical behind the curtain or anything like that. You go from behind the curtain to exposed behind the curtain.
Correct. Well, I'm here to expose the NSA remote neural monitoring program and synthetic telepathy.
Okay.
It's done. What's that?
Go for it. Educate me.
Well, it's really horrendous, actually. It's responsible. The whole program is what created the false flag shooters. Okay. Myron May was a targeted individual. He did a two or three video confession sort of thing on YouTube before he went and did his shootings. It's still on YouTube. You look it up. Aaron Alexis was a targeted individual. Everyone all the way down to Charles Whitman, the clock tower shooter. Charles Whitman was the first targeted individual. It was actually said that he had a brain tumor in his autopsy. And they tried to cover this thing up by saying, oh, well, the brain tumor was pushing up against his brain, causing aggression, which was not the case. He was being beamed voices. Yes, this is the tinfoil hat conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen.
Break it down for all my, layman. Break it into layman terms, because I'm a simple man.
Well, there's such thing as microwave hearing, the Frey hearing effect. There's radio frequency hearing. There's all sorts of psychoactive signals that the government have extensive capabilities in using. They use technology called psychotronics. Okay?
What does it do?
It beams voices into your head.
Like Sam, the son of Sam?
Yes, pretty much, yes.
That was a long time ago, but that's all I can think. He kept saying the voices in my head, the voices in my head.
Absolutely.
Was he just nuts, or was that something from way back then?
No, he was targeted to be a killer.
Get out.
All targeted individuals that go in the program are to either self-execute or to mass kill and then self-execute.
What's the purpose? Besides
these days,
yeah,
gun control. They're trying to push the gun control issues. So they'll take a person who is generally a loner, someone who doesn't have a lot of people tracking him or her,
right?
And so that they can make up the story behind that person after they do what they do,
right?
Because they generally kill themselves afterwards, so they get to control the narrative.
Wonderful.
Right. And yeah, so basically everything's about mind control. The government. When you say government, think about the word. Look up what it means. If you were to ask anybody, what does government mean? They'd scratch their heads. You can go and ask a government official, what does the word government mean? Most of them cannot give you an answer. But if you break the word down in Latin, governare, which means to govern, and mente, mind. Government means mind control. That is their prerogative. That's their modus operandi.
But the word government was, thought up many, many moons ago before anybody could think of. Besides, okay, we can mind control you through beating your ass and making you do stuff. But we're talking a long time ago. That word has been in existence.
It has, which is why it has Latin roots. Absolutely, to control someone else has always been the mission, or the prerogative of certain individuals. Mm-hmm. Ever since we could speak, ever since our species have developed the ability to communicate, the concept of controlling someone else's thoughts came with it.
Okay.
So we've always had ruling class of people, ruling class.
Sure. Okay? I mean, we've had from Caesar to, kings, queens, the whole deal. Somebody has to be the boss. Right?
Right. More or less, yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
there's always been some form of like somebody has to be the chef and somebody has to be the cook, and there's some, too many, hear the term too many chefs in the kitchen, the whole deal. It's like some form of organization, organized, good or bad. You seem to be going towards the bad.
Well, yes, there's always there's sort of a consensus when you have a small group of people.
Yes.
Of what to do in certain situations, but the larger that group became, the more people start looking to others for direction. The pack leader, this is how that came about.
Right.
And so, well, with power, what happens,
It gets to their heads.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so, we're dealing with psychopaths here. Now, I have studied psychology ever since I could read. This is something that is very ingrained in our society because psychopaths gravitate towards power. Now, when most people hear psychopaths, they think of a murderer, a serial killer. Well, sure, absolutely. But that's 1% of the psychopaths. Okay?
Okay.
Those are the not so smart ones. Although the serial killers are always said to be highly intelligent. Psychopaths are highly intelligent because their thought processes aren't held down by
sense
emotions,
right.
Such as compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Right.
Psychopaths cannot feel compassion, empathy. They can't do it. But these people gravitate towards positions of power. For those who are not murdering people in their homes, they tend to become cops. Some lower echelon of people that can enact violence, basically. Then above those people, you have people that are CEOs, politicians, your military officers.
People looking for their power trips.
Power trippers, correct.
Gotcha.
So our covert government, our shadow government, these agencies, the NSA, CIA, are all hell-bent on mind control. You know about MK Ultra, CIA, and the Church Committee?
I'm listening.
Okay, I think it was back in the early 70s.
Yeah.
The Church Committee.
Sure.
Well, it's a committee formed to investigate the CIA because they were doing mind control experiments.
Mm-hmm.
LSD, chip implants, electrodes,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Church Committee said, knock it off. They're busted.
Right.
Yeah, they went on a paper shredding escapade when the Church Committee got onto them. Paper shredding after paper shredding. There's hardly any documentation left over from the CIA's mind control.
Is there anybody still alive from that era?
Yes. I actually know some people who are trying to sue the Canadian government because the CIA operated, well, in lots of places around the world. And a few people wanting to sue the United States government.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know how.
We all know that CIA is like the dirty tricks department. You know what I mean? I'm not that well versed, but I remember my father, saying that, George Bush Sr. he used to be in the CIA, correct? He was the head of CIA? You know, and,
Yes,
and
he was a director. Yes.
director. Okay, well, you know, that's pretty high up in there. But okay, you know, you got to have certain things to do certain things, and yeah, I don't know. There's stuff that everybody's got they all need an agenda. You know, there's an agenda, good and bad. But here we are, 2020, and we are having a really bad year. Why?
A very bad year.
Yeah, why?
Very bad year because people are waking up.
Right.
They like to use the four horsemen, okay? They like to distract us with war,
Yeah.
disease, famine,
Yeah.
and you know, and so forth. And they'll cycle it over and over again to keep us distracted.
Yes.
So them designing a new flu, I'm not surprised.
Right.
So anyhow, all this mind control stuff basically was taken over by the NSA since the CIA was told to stop.
Okay.
Yes. So now we're talking high technology, covert technology. The government has been wanting to implant everybody to not only keep track of them, but to mind control them. We as a society with common sense said no.
Who's going to go for that shit? I just swore. I can do that.
So, since we all said no, they decided to implant us all anyways.
How?
Well,
Besides
that's
devices, electronic devices. I mean, we carry them.
absolutely. Well, you know those long streaks in the sky?
Oh, come on.
The chemtrails?
No, come on. My daughter gives me that shit. It's like, come on, that's condensation. It's called, you know, contrails, not chemtrails.
No, my father was retired Air Force, 22 years.
Yes.
When I was a child, I was about 6 years old. I asked my dad, what are those long clouds in the sky? He said, those are chemtrails, son. I asked him, what are they for? He said, weather control. Okay. Now, I've been around lots of jets as a child. Mm-hmm. My father being retired Air Force. I used to go see the Blue Angels at Reese Air Force Base all the time.
Big fan.
Yeah. There you go. See? I know the difference between a contrail and a chemtrail. Contrails are maybe anywhere from 3 to 6 feet. Dissipate within 2 or 3 minutes. These chemtrails last for hours. And they dissipate. And you ever see the wavy pattern in the sky?
I don't pay a whole lot of attention, but I mean,
You should.
Well, I understand, but the people that are spraying this stuff, supposedly, don't you think they think twice, like, that's my family too?
Okay. Now, here's where we go back to the concept of psychopaths.
We're going to be here a while.
This is where we go back to the context here.
Yes.
Psychopaths.
Yes.
Psychopaths don't care. Psychopaths will cut their own children's throat just to get a few feet down the road. Okay?
You're going to have a lot of psychopaths.
You got a lot of psychopaths and you got a lot of order followers. Psychopaths tend to create sociopaths.
Okay.
The difference, a psychopath is born without the human emotions that you and I have. They don't have empathy, sympathy. They don't have compassion like that. Everything is mathematical and it's sort of self-serving the way that they think.
How's that possible?
Oh, that's a whole other subject.
I know. Okay. Sorry. I'm just fascinated. I'm sorry.
Well, Okay, so then you have sociopaths, people who have been pretty much beaten that way, beaten into submission. They've been made that way. Sort of like how a person is in love all the time, like a hopeless romantic, girlfriend after girlfriend after girlfriend. Eventually, he becomes jaded and can never fall in love again. So that's the sociopath. The way our society is designed, and you're going to like this little detail. A lot of the paperwork that was shredded by the CIA concerning MK Ultra trauma-based mind control was to implement it through other government agencies and other government processes.
Like?
Here's one that will relate directly to you, my friend. Like, for example, the family court system.
How?
Okay? Your children
Right.
are taken from you. Okay?
Right.
That's a situation of trauma.
Yeah.
Traumatic for the child is traumatic for the parents.
Sure.
Okay? The children are told what to say if they're to ever see their parents again, or if they're ever to whatever the child wants, whatever.
Right.
They get tricked into saying
Sure, they're children.
whatever.
Right.
Right.
They don't know.
And so the parents have to jump through these loops to
Sure.
get their child back,
Sure.
right? The class is this, paying for that,
Yes.
and yada yada yada.
Ugh. There's another 4
So
hours.
Yes. So what that does is implements trauma-based mind control, which is MK Ultra. Both parties, child and adult, both now know that the ultimate authority in their lives is the government.
Listening to the man.
Usually, a child growing up won't listen to anybody except for their parents.
Right.
I know me growing up, I didn't listen to anybody, but oh, if I did something, oh, don't tell my mama, don't tell mom. I'll do anything,
Right.
but no, that doesn't exist anymore. The government wants us to know that they're in control. So that trauma is enacted. And what mental trauma does, it fractures the mind. It fractures the psyche. You're never the same again afterwards. Okay?
Okay.
This creates sociopaths. So it's feeding the system nonstop. They have to destroy the family unit because, well, for that very reason, so they can keep refilling their own numbers of people.
Why do they want to do this? What is the ultimate goal? I mean, what's the payoff? I don't get it. Sorry.
A psychopath fetishizes control. They want nothing more on the planet than control. I don't understand it either. Control is an illusion. for those really in the know, control is an illusion. But they keep chasing after this dream of control. And, our species has seen the rise and fall of governments over and over and over and over again. Because the psychopaths get too greedy. And we as people just finally snap and say, okay, enough. And remove the government.
Right.
So, problem is, these days, with our modern era with technology, is different from any other time in the past because of what they can do to us with the press of a button.
Like?
Okay? It's very different. We as people need to become very awake and very aware of what's going on. before it's too late. The infrastructure around us, we've let our impending doom encroach upon us because it's entertaining. Yes, these devices, the technology around us, there's a double usage for every piece of technology that we have.
I don't doubt that.
Okay. I can't even, that's a whole nother show. But back to the chemtrail thing. Do you want to know how it works?
Sure. I want to get back to 2020, but yes, I do.
Okay. So they're spraying nanoparticulates, okay?
Yeah.
Barium, strontium, aluminum, et cetera, et cetera. Those are the main important ones. There's titanium, there's lots of heavy metals they're pouring on us, spraying on us. What it does, and this is basic, I can make the science, okay? The nanoparticulates gets in our system because we breathe it in,
All right.
okay? It gets into the blood circulation, it breaks the blood-brain barrier. Once that happens, nanoparticulates start accumulating over your neural pathways. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have the aluminum, which acts as, well, it attenuates signals. Okay, basically turning your brain into a transceiver. Okay.
Okay.
You have elements in there like the barium. The barium is a type of salt.
Sure.
So that acts as a neural electrolyte, which boosts the brain signals. It's firing off like that. Okay, so with our neural pathways coated in this nanomaterial, again, our brains becomes transceivers, and we have something called brain waves, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're broadcasting always.
How can they read?
Now, well, that's the thing right there. Okay, the neural pathways. You have something called scalar energy. The government doesn't want anybody talking about it. There's very few scientists around the globe that will talk about it. Okay, there's only a couple I know in some universities. But scalar waves, we emit scalar waves. When you talk about scalar signals, you're talking about, okay, usually you have the electric, and whenever you have an electric current, you also have a magnetic. They're always together. You can't have one without the other.
Right.
Well, not anymore. They have a way to use magnetism to transmit information. The government can do that now. So, how are they able to pick us up? There is something called, okay, I'm trying to make this really basic. You know Einstein's theory on spooky action at a distance?
No.
Okay, basically, you have a particle here, and then you have another particle here, the same element. These particles are interconnected. Okay, if this particle is hit with a frequency, a resonance frequency, this particle over here will receive information too.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the distance. It doesn't matter the distance.
Okay.
Distance. One particle could be here, and the other particle on the other side of the galaxy.
Right.
Okay, you have a quantum resonance. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what happens in that quantum resonance? Again, information magnetically moves from one particle to the other instantaneously. And that's how you have the mind reading.
How do they know how to read it?
It's brought in by computers, of course.
Here's my thing. There's a gazillion people out there, so they're spraying all this stuff. Everybody's getting infected with it, or it's learning to live with it, whatever. How do they pick and choose? Like my dumb friend next to me, who's whatever. No offense. so yeah, it's like what are they trying to get out of stupid is what stupid does.
Well, the thing is, they don't target dumb people. She'll need.
I beg to differ. We talked to Pepsi. No. Sorry.
Well, no. No.
You talked to Pepsi the other day. He told you the 5G was killing him right now. Remember? No, a month ago.
Right. Yeah. I remember.
He really. He's serious about that shit. I have to keep turning off big giant screens for him, and I'm going, dude, I don't know how we're going to do this because I'm surrounded by it.
Well, he's become an electrosensitive. Yes.
He's a stoner. It's just like, and you told me maybe he's being targeted. It's like they're gonna it's like, oops, sorry, ooh, it just banged the thing. It's an oxymoron. You want to get into his brain? It's like, good luck.
Well,
he's a puppet.
They'll target people for different reasons. Mostly, again, they don't target dumb people because dumb people are already controlled by.
I'm only kidding, but yeah, he's way into this. That's my problem. He's way into this.
Dumb. Well, I mean, I don't like saying dumb people, but
just people that are just living their lives. They're just living their lives like we're supposed to. Not worrying about this stuff.
If people are going along with the status quo, generally they're not targeted. People who are targeted are considered to be the undesirables or the people not going along with the system. Those are the people who get targeted.
Would you say you fall into that category?
Oh, well, I absolutely fall into that category. I was targeted because I know what I know, and I am very influential, which is kind of dumb targeting me because now I have a reason to be influential.
Right. Making you shout that much more.
Stuff. Right.
Sure.
So, yes, people, and there's so many people dealing with this problem. The majority of them think they have schizophrenia. They don't.
Really?
Some have figured it out.
How?
Or have been told, and they go along with the program in order to be left alone. They'll never talk about it. They'll never. There's a lot of mind control puppets out there.
How do you turn it off? It's almost like you can't. They got you.
If they want you dead, they're not going to turn it off. They're not going to turn it off.
Right.
If they want you dead. There used to be ways of blocking what's called V2K, voice to skull. People would build shielding.
Yeah, but you got to go out.
Yeah, of course. But people would shield their homes with metallic, materials.
Right.
But that's when it was V2K, microwave hearing. What they have now is, again, magnetic scalar. You can't block it.
At least as far as we know so far.
Well, I do know of a way to block it, but it's no point in me talking about it because it's very expensive.
Okay.
I mean, you're talking about $1 million setup. But this is the reason why I'm exposing this and trying to get people educated, because in order to stop it, all we have to do really is to stop the government from spraying the metallic substances on us.
How do you do that? We don't even know they're doing it. I mean, we see that, but
The
nobody
majority of us,
pays attention to it.
right.
How do you stop them? How does you got to hold? Obviously, there's a strong organization backing it, saying it's okay to do it.
There are a conglomerate of organizations. Even, guess who? Bill Gates.
Behind it
Yeah.
or against it?
Behind it.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
there you
He's part of some organizations. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
go.
Bill Gates.
That's another show.
Go figure, right?
Well, I was gonna get there because the thing is, I'm already running out of time, and like we're getting way deep. There's so much to discuss. I'm gonna have to throw questions at you now,
Okay.
and we're gonna have to answer them and keep moving because I'm gonna take the show longer than what I see. Here's another beautiful thing: like you have to end on an hour. I can end whenever the hell I want, but I try to keep it as a structured show. But the thing is, sometimes I just can't because there's more to be said. So
I'm here all morning for you.
No.
You know, it's a very hot morning right now.
I know. Yeah, I get it. Here's what I'm going to say. We need to fast forward right now, the here and now. We are in a deep pile of shit going on. People they claim are dying. There's overloads of deaths. The world is like, some parts of the world are okay. Some parts of the world are not okay. It's like, who do you believe?
I'm a person of science. I do a lot of research.
So Fauci says he's a person of science too. I'm sorry.
Well, he's bought off and a part of something much larger than he is.
Yes.
I, however, am independent, part of organizations and media that are also independent. We don't have anybody paying us to say anything.
Right. I haven't gotten cut off yet. Last week, I think I got cut off for things I was saying. I'm actually surprised we're still on right now.
Well, I'm recording
No,
myself too.
You are, but the thing is, I got bumped off, which is the first for me, and I don't. And it looked at. I mean, the people that were watching couldn't see it, but my screen said you're now off the air. And then I managed to reboot and pick up where I left off, but I don't know. I didn't think I got that crazy, but I mean we are way deeper, than the things I was saying last week, and yet we're still on. So now I say it.
Well, once again, I am a targeted individual. Part of being a targeted individual is that not only do they harass you with frequencies, whether it's mood-changing frequencies, something that gives you audio or visual hallucinations, or just voices with the BCI chatterbox going off. An AI program.
Okay.
Nonstop. Okay. They'll not only that, but target individuals are also hacked nonstop.
Like you, you mentioned
Like
something.
me.
You mentioned something about that earlier, and how.
Well, I'm collecting evidence. I've been collecting evidence for years, and my evidence is extremely powerful. And so, as I record the things that I'm doing, typically I don't get screwed with because they don't want me collecting any more evidence.
Right. Got backup.
So,
If anything happens to you, it goes to the news media. Which, do you trust the news media?
mainstream media is garbage. It's all
garbage.
garbage.
It is.
Again, CIA, Mockingbird, Operation Mockingbird. You're familiar with that, right?
I'm not familiar with any of this stuff. I'm a no. Let's just say no. For the sake of educating everybody, including myself, I'm not in on the acronyms.
Okay, Operation Mockingbird. Basically, the CIA has infiltrated mainstream news media. They did decades ago, half a century ago, and they control what the mainstream media can and can't say.
Sure, sounds
They're giving,
communist.
yes, very much, very much.
Yeah,
Except for we as a people don't know it.
right.
You know, they're
Sure,
you go.
Sure.
You go to any other countries and they'll say, "Oh, you know, this is such and such propaganda," and they know. Most people know in these other countries. I get told here because I'm here in Poland. Yes, we used to have only 2 TV channels and it's state-sponsored propaganda running nonstop. They knew it, but Americans don't know it. They'll turn on Fox and think what they're watching is real. What the commentator is saying is real, when it's not. It's mind control.
Sure. You only know what you know.
Right.
If you learn how to speak in Bulgarian, that's all you know how to speak, Bulgarian.
Right.
That you learn how to hate. They teach you from a child how to hate. That's all you know is hate. I get it.
Right.
It's sad, but true. I mean, I feel bad for, Iran and all these places, the Middle East. That's all those fuckers do. They fight, and they've been fighting for centuries, and there's no peace in those nations, in those provinces of the world. And here we are in the United States of America. And now we're having there's people that watch my show, and it's like, are you Trump or are you, Biden or Pelosi? And it's like, and you go, how can you not see through the bullshit? And they look at you and go, how can you not see through it? You know what I mean? Where the hell are we going? I got a question for you. This is really off question. Another question. Aliens, true or false?
Do you truly believe that we are the only...
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
No. In fact, a lot of this technology that the NSA is using, the CIA has used, is reverse engineered technology from the Roswell crash, from a few other crashes.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. With this day and age, this is my problem, like with 9/11 and conspiracy theorists and all this kind of stuff. Because, a lot of times you just want to believe all this. But how do you keep a secret in an age where people just showing you what they ate for lunch, you can't keep shit for a secret? How do you keep such a feat to do to bring down the towers or this and that? How do you keep a secret?
Well,
if that's true,
I have contacts. I have friends. They picked up on the stuff. Karen Stewart, my friend Karen Stewart, former NSA analyst, retired. She told me the story about how her department was notified that the towers were going to be coming down, and they were told not to say anything about it. My friend from the DIA, Frank, he was on Able Danger. He was on the team that literally had to follow around the so-called terrorists that were going to be flying the planes, and he followed them to. They were followed to these training areas, these flight training areas, where they were being trained by CIA agents. He told me the whole story. I have it on my TV show, one of my episodes. So, yeah, keeping things secret. I've data mined the hell out of the NSA. They don't have any secrets anymore. I know everything that they're about.
But why? I mean, okay, so let alone the planes. I mean, there was always the conspiracy of, there was charges set the way the buildings came down, and how could you possibly? Do you believe that part, real quick, or was it just the planes that went into it?
There was definitely controlled demolition.
Okay, so there you go. How do you go into a building? That's not easy to do. And, the janitors, nobody pays attention to this shit? I mean, just the normal people? I mean, that's a hell of an operation. We're talking about, you know what I mean?
That building had thousands of people. You're not going to notice one or two guys in, serviceman suits and then just disappearing off somewhere. You're not.
I guess.
I don't.
All right, look, I'm jumping. I'm going to keep jumping. We're back to the
future. Jumping.
We're back to the future. I mean, not the future, the present right now. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's an election year, and because obviously I'm going to have I'm going to have you back on the show down the road because there's just too much. It's just too much to take in on one. I'm overwhelmed with just a little bit, and I'm sure my people are too. And I don't always go here, but not to say it's not interesting and worthy of talking about. There's just so many facets to, directions to go, and I just have so many ways. But obviously, so we're in the here and now because this is very important to me. November, the election, the Black Lives Matters, the riots, the protests, the taking in knees, all this crap. What the hell is going on, and why? But I mean, we know the why. But your take.
The whole Black Lives Matters. This stuff. Again, psychological operations, okay? This is psychological warfare. They want to press us, black people, us black folks, okay?
Us.
They want to press us. They want to press us.
Right.
And they want to continue to press us to ultimate submission or until we want to break out into war. Now, if we start fighting back against the police, if we start doing what we're supposed to do, defending our lives, then we will be villainized, okay? Now, as this is happening, think about what's going on right now, and I'll bring up the Antichrist another time here. Bill Gates has just started his vaccine trials in Africa.
Yeah.
Okay? They want to kill off all Africans.
They just figure, no, who's paying attention and who cares? Let's try it there.
So if right now, conservative white Christians are hating black people. Okay, so here again, history is not going to look at what's going to be happening in Africa so poorly. Okay, again, it's people who control the history, that control the writing. Okay, this is what mind control. This is what people are going to think and they're going to accept. Okay, but here we are, and just think about it. People think about it. All it takes is a little bit of thought. We had an outbreak in China. Okay, Bill Gates creates a vaccine in the U.S. to deploy it in Africa. Does that make any sense to anybody right now?
I don't understand how you could be that evil. Period. I mean, Black Lives Matter. Look, you and me, green lives, orange lives, whatever. I'm about, are you an asshole or are you a good person? Period.
Bill Gates' parents were...
I know, I'm finding this out. Tell him.
Bill Gates' parents were believers in eugenics.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that is, basically, it's a pseudoscience that makes white people feel superior and gives them the moral right to kill off any other race they desire.
And if you're brought up to believe that stuff, you're brought up to believe that stuff because that's all you know. And that's how that's almost like religion. I'm Greek Orthodox. I learned a certain way. It's a harmless way, but it's my way. And so he's brought up that way. But I mean, the Rockefeller Association and all that kind of stuff. I've been hearing a lot about this. Same thing?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Every establishment that we have is racially biased. If not in policy, in people positioned. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't need a policy when you got your foot soldiers, your lieutenants in every important place where you need them to be. It's all social engineering. It's all mind control.
Okay. Here we are in an election year, and it's evil. Everybody's like, Trump sucks. He's the devil. The Democrats suck. They're the devil. Which is going to save us, at least from the better of two?
Well, Trump this, Trump that. I personally, I don't. When you are into psychological warfare and dealing with that, when you're dealing with covert military operatives, that talking about Trump and Biden, it's like a tea party in comparison. That stuff doesn't matter. It's not even real.
Somebody's gonna fight the fight or try. No,
Fight what fight?
the fight of like this whole COVID thing. I mean, Trump says it's not as bad as you think. And he's a loudmouth. And I give him again. I give him because he says
Trump is not the worst president we've had.
I know
I'll
that,
say that,
but a lot of people feel that he's the devil, and because he's rough around the edges. But I feel that if he thinks there's something wrong, he can't help himself. He tells it like it is. At least you know what you got instead of a puppet head. So where are we going?
Trump.
They would have killed him if he was that bad. You know what I mean? They don't. Nobody gives a shit about anything anymore.
Trump has said a lot of things.
Yeah.
In the past,
and no apologies either.
One of my favorite things that he said, this long before he ran for president, he was asked about chemtrails, and he said, "Oh yeah, the chemtrails are there to make somebody extremely rich."
I guess he's right.
Well, actually, he's absolutely right. Something that they do with the mind reading, the remote neural monitoring. And by the way, your mind's being read when you have tinnitus in one of your ears or both of your ears.
Really?
If you ever experience tinnitus for no reason whatsoever, not around any loud noises or anything like that, that's how you know. They're actually EEG heterodioting you into their system. They're basically uploading and establishing connection. But anyhow, something you ever hear people say, "Oh, I saw this thing on TV that came as brand new. I thought of that 6 months ago. Why didn't I go apply for a patent?"
Some people don't get off the couch. I mean, really?
Well, this is sort of that thing. A lot of people claim that major musical artists stole their music. They wrote this song. They wrote that song. And they don't know how it was stolen. How did Beyonce end up with my song? I've talked to a lot of targeted individuals that say things like this.
You're going to tell me that the government took a song and gave it to somebody else? Because there's only so many notes in because that's my now you're going into my department. I mean, entertainment music is what I grew up in, and so there's so many chords, and I get it that you can kind of write something similar. I mean, it just happens, or you could be influenced by something and write it similar. It happens, but why would the hell would they give a shit about that?
Classism.
Explain.
Okay, for example, I'm working with someone who is the original author of The Matrix.
I thought you were going to say the original Beatle. Wow.
The original author of The Matrix. He's shown me all of his evidence. I'm confident in everything he's I've seen the legal documentation. I've seen the copyright. I've seen everything. Okay. The guy's got his ducks in a row.
Okay.
Which is why I've agreed to help him make a documentary.
Okay.
I'm making a documentary that will be released at some point. It was stolen from him and given to the Wachowski brothers, or sisters now. That sort of thing. Scripts being stolen and things like that. Why are these things stolen? Classism. You have to be initiated. You have to be approved to be rich.
By who? Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess. Well, I mean, there's rich and then there's rich, and then there's mega rich, and there's beyond Bill Gates. I mean, that kind of rich.
There's wealthy. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree. But again, classism. You are not allowed to be rich if you cannot be controlled. Okay, what was that actor who died in a car crash some years ago? He did all the Fast and Furious movies.
The blonde-haired guy, yes.
Yeah, Walker something. But anyhow, he donated millions of dollars to a charity, and all of a sudden he ended up dead. So I mean, you cannot help people as a rich person. You just can't do it. You cannot do it.
What do you mean?
If you were, they'll try to say, oh, celebrity, donations this, donations that. But that money gets cycled back to somebody else. Tax returns, more money comes back to them. All that stuff. Okay,
like Geffen, for Geffen Records. I mean, to AIDS and things like that. You're telling me that money, he was filthy rich. I mean, pretty damn rich.
Most of that money goes to an organization that belongs it somewhere else. Okay, it's all this stuff. When the rich people donate somewhere, they're getting that money back in some form or another.
A tax break or this and that, yeah.
Some form or another. But you have to be initiated. You know about the music industry, so you know about the people who say that they had to do this, they had to do that in order to get a contract deal, like the casting couch, for example. You gotta give up something. You gotta prostrate yourself. You gotta humiliate yourself. You gotta do something that shows that. Yeah, right. That's the whole industry.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it's a shortcut.
I've talked to many celebrities, and they all have confirmed that's what it is. So you have to be pre-approved to be rich. So if you're a poor black person, for example, and you come up with an idea for something, and you go and try to get it made, built, patented, whatever, it's a possibility that it's already. They'll look it up and find the patent already there. Oh, sorry, we can't help you. So these are scenarios, things that happen. They really do happen. So that's one of the purposes for the mind reading. Yes.
All right.
You're dealing with intelligence agencies.
Sure.
And so that's the gathering of information. It's all information.
It's bigger than you and me both.
Well, I don't know. I'm getting pretty big here, and I'm gonna be stepping on a lot of people.
Okay.
They're gonna be very angry.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
Okay. So let's because we've now talked for over an hour, which is like amazing, and we could talk for probably several more hours. But we're gonna have to continue this some other time, and I would be glad to do that if you have the time for it down the road. But if you can sum anything up, if there's anything you leave us with that makes that something that you really want to leave for this segment at least, what would that be?
Well,
I mean, for the people to wake up.
I'll just say what I say at the end of my shows. In the land of surveillance, the man with the third eye is king. So educate yourselves.
Okay, fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I got V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show from the Republic Network, right?
Republic Broadcasting Network.
I'm sorry. Republic Broadcasting Network. You do a show. Tell them one more time when your shows are and how they can find you.
Well, I'm on the Republic Broadcasting Network. You can go to republicbroadcasting.org and search for, on the side of the page there, just put in the letter V and all my material comes up, my archives. My show runs from 10 to 11 p.m. Central, then 11 p.m. to midnight for my after show, Central.
It's like an after party.
Just well, I take calls.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't take calls during my main program.
Like tonight.
I don't take any calls.
Gotcha.
So I give the people a chance to call in and give in their opinions, their experiences,
Right.
whatever.
So 4 nights a week live.
Live.
Monday through Thursday?
Monday through Thursday.
Gotcha.
And if you want to catch a rerun from one of my, from my archive, tune in Friday as well.
Gotcha. All right. Then that's where you can find V talking his mind, giving you the facts that he's uncovering little by little. There's a lot. You're a complex person, my friend.
Well, I have complex problems.
I just want to tell, knock knock jokes. Because life is short, and I get all caught up in this stuff, and I go, I gotta stop, because you don't. Again, who do you believe? What do you believe? There's a lot of different choices in life. So,
well, for me, it was like, yes, I got so overwhelmed to the point of the psychotic break. Instead of going absolutely nuts on a murdering spree, I actually felt fine for the first time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the movie Office Space? How the guy got hypnotized and just stopped caring about everything. Nothing could get to him.
All right.
Well, that's kind of what happened to
That's
me.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're residing in Europe because of all this?
I'm residing in Europe for a lot of reasons.
Okay.
Business opportunities, deals. I'm having to take some people to court for lawsuit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not doing it through an American court.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it through the EU, much faster,
Okay.
and a lot cheaper.
I was just saying, because it's like, you're in a, how do you select where you want to go? It's a big place, and it's like you just throw a dart and you go, hey, I want to be there.
Well, Anthony Thomas, the owner of all this media,
Yeah.
met himself a beautiful Polish princess, and that's what it is.
Okay.
So
I got you.
we're here.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I guess it's just like, hey, we're moving to Poland.
Exactly.
Let's
yes.
pack up the bag. The Griswolds. We're going to Poland. All right, listen. I appreciate you staying up all night, waiting to be on my little podunk show here. And
You got a great show.
we do okay. It's getting simpler and simpler in a complicated kind of way, if that makes any kind of sense. Our goals and things like that are way bigger, but I just said we're going to do what we do until it's time for major change, and until then, I'm going to keep it simple, stupid. And the people that watch, and they do. And it's like, if they don't watch tonight, they'll watch during the reruns, because this will regurgitate through Facebook. I mean, I picked a weird facet to do this, but the LinkedIns, the Instagrams, the all this and that, little by little, we pick them up, and I have the weirdest crowd, the silent majority, the lurkers. They like to watch. So they won't say a whole lot, but they're watching. So you're out there.
Well, if you have these people that like to watch, I also have to plug my documentaries.
Okay.
I'm a documentarian.
Go
all
for
right?
it. Go for it. Since you're here and I'm here, go for it.
I've got seven or eight documentaries.
And how do they find those 7 or 8 documentaries, V?
Well, they can go to my YouTube channel, which I don't advertise at all. I really don't want anybody on it. The YouTube is just there
Me too.
for backup.
I leave it for storage too. Nobody watches me on YouTube. It's too long.
But you can find it on Facebook here. Facebook.com/Targeted Individuals Documentaries. All one word.
Okay.
Targeted Individuals Documentaries.
Okay.
And you'll see my shiny face on all these documentaries.
All right.
I explain in scientific detail of all the technology that you need to know about. Okay?
Yep.
Because I know you're Your head's still spinning about what I told you about the
Well,
film
we only
shows.
have an hour, but it's going to be an hour and a half, and that's the thing. It's like, I'm believe me, my shows are not normally like this, but I chose to be not normally like my shows for the time being because, again, I feel I feel a responsibility to do what I'm doing right now, and that's what we're doing. So we're trying to pack in your lifetime of what you've been doing, or at least for years worth of talking and explaining, and here we are trying to pack it in a synopsis of an hour 10, an hour 20, and that's hard to do.
Absolutely.
But it's a good start.
It's a good start.
I'm very thankful for the fact that at least I was really getting worried that we were not going to even be able to see each other because of we had a few technical issues, and so I'll take it. It's been uninterrupted and we're doing really well, which leads us only for better things down the road.
Absolutely. I'm going to be a director at a TV network here in a couple months. I have to learn all this tech stuff.
Well, again, since this COVID thing, I have a producer, and he's been like little by little. When we went into lockdown, he's like, "You're going to have to deal with this," and we've been getting simpler and simpler because it's just been cost effective. But I don't like it. And Pepsi, again, he's been wanting to go to virtual studios and this kind of stuff. And I just say, we're just adding to the headaches. And he's pissed off because he wants to do it. But I'm just saying, we're going to keep it in my humble little, scenario and be thankful. If a production company wants to pick it up and go where we have, 24 people working for us, it's a whole different story. But when it's only, Mo, Curly, and Larry, it gets kind of tough.
Well, you might want to consider a little bit of upgrades because I'm wanting to bring you onto my TV network.
But when you say upgrades, I mean, again, we'll talk later about this stuff.
We'll talk.
Yeah. So okay, so I didn't realize you called me earlier, and had I known, you called the show phone because you didn't call my hotline. Agatha has my personal number, but we'll talk down the road right now because again, we're going on, and I'm going to get in trouble here because I still haven't finished what I need to do for the end of the show. So I want to thank you again for coming on to this show. And telling it like it is from your side as to what's going on and that's only scratching the surface, and we were all over the map, but it's it makes you go So I'm there. We'll talk to you again down the road, okay?
All right, sounds great.
All right, ladies and
Thank you very
gentlemen,
much for having me.
the infamous V from the Red Pill Hardcore Network, and you can see him once again on the Republic Broadcast Network, right?
Republic Broadcasting Network.
There you go. All right. Peace out. I love you, man. Thank you. Virtual hugs.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much.
All right. I'll see you later. Let me see if I can figure this thing
right.
out. There we go. I haven't done this in a while. Peace. There we go. I can't even figure out how to end it. Yeah, I know. There we go.
I wouldn't know. I don't do Facebook.
Well, no, I don't do Facebook either. I mean, I do it, but I haven't figured out where. There you are. Okay, I got it. All right. Say goodbye.
All right.
Later.
Thank you for having me.
Later. All right, hang on here. Wow, it's deep. Deep, deep, deep. Deep, deep, deep. I knew it was going to be interesting. I knew I wouldn't know where I'm going with this, but I knew I had to do it. Wow. Long show tonight. I thank you people for hanging. Hey. I figured it's something different that you're not used to listening to with me. And, there's things going on out there that, the word sheep, I feel like there's a lot, we're being played in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm not very vocal about this stuff, but I have my thoughts, and it bothers me because I know there's a lot of stuff going on that needs to be talked about, because if we just sit there and do nothing, it's going to cost us in the long run. If you have children, I worry about the children more than anything. I'm reading a text here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking about chemtrails. Again, I want to thank all of it. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what I got. I've talked about this for weeks. I'm America Strong, people. America Strong USA. I'm on a wristband challenge right now that has just gotten started. And again, I have my wristband. You can see it. It's a wristband challenge to help our healthcare system workers, our first responders, our law enforcement, the people that we really need that, you don't need them until you need them, and then God bless them, But there's a lot of people that are first responders, healthcare workers, and they got their own personal problems and things going on. And so I'm on this wristband challenge that we're just starting to kick off. And here's what's going to happen. I have 2 wristbands right now. I'm going to take the first 2 callers. We're going to go real quick, and you're going to get sent a wristband. But if you get sent a wristband, this is what I need from you. You're going to put that wristband on, and you're going to say, hey, I'm so-and-so from so-and-so wherever the hell I live, and I'm a America Strong USA wristband challenge supporter. And you can do a 5-6 second video, and you're going to go to their website, because I'm going to send you a paper on how to get to them, AmericaStrongUSA.org, and you're going to post that video up there. Believe me when I tell you, you're going to be glad you did, because we're just getting started. We're just getting started, and it's going to be a big deal. So, before I leave, first 2 callers to... Oh, I don't have the number up. I was talking about the wristband challenge. Okay, I got to do this the hard way, and but it's better than nothing. And blah, blah, blah. I usually have people doing this. I'm all on my own, people. COVID, all this stuff. They go, you can do it. Okay, so here's the deal. First 2 callers that call, 818-259-7983. You're going to get a wristband sent to you. America Strong USA. Then you're going to put that wristband on, and you're going to take a 5-second video saying, hey, I'm George Washington from Tacoma, Indiana, and I'm a America Strong USA wristband challenge supporter. And you're going to make a 5-second video, and you're going to upload it to AmericaStrongUSA.org and my show. Believe me, I'm going to get it, and we're going to be playing these things. Hashtag, okay, thank you. America Strong, your new fave. Thank you, baby. I'm telling you, I can't read all this at once. But this is what's going to happen. If the show goes off the air and you call the show phone number, 259-7983, they'll pick it up, leave your message, and then you're going to text your address, and we will send it to you. I know it's late. First 2 callers, 818-259-7983. Don't be shy, but you got to do that little video for me. That's all I ask. I don't ask a whole lot. It's not that hard. Watch, I'll do it for you. Hi, my name is Peter G, and I'm with the Peter G Show, and I support America Strong USA. I support our first responders, our healthcare workers, our law enforcement, and I'm in Los Angeles, California. And I challenge you to do the same by going to AmericaStrongUSA.org and getting the wristbands and starting the wristband challenge by passing it on. And that's what I'm talking about. All right? If you don't call, I know it's late. We've gone over time, and I only got a couple of minutes left. 818-259-7983. Whoever calls that number gets a wristband. If you don't call, we just do it next week. I was going to do it earlier in the show, but, I knew we had a lot to talk about. I got the shyest crowd in the world. The phones are lighting up. There we go. Hi, you're on the Peter G Show. Who's this?
Hi, this is Philip.
Hi, Philip.
And I wanted to look into getting one of those America Strong wristbands.
Philip, you are a lucky individual, my friend, because you are a caller that it will get one of these America Strong USA wristband challenge wristbands. And again, all I need from you is when you hang up, you're going to take the same number that you called and you're going to text your name and address to this number, and my people will send you out a wristband. But you got to make a video, just like I said about, hi, my name is Philip, and I'm from, where are you from, Philip?
I'm from Simi Valley.
Simi Valley, California. Where is that?
It's kind of a bubble, like far into the valley, like north of Los Angeles.
Okay, north of Los Angeles. I gotcha. So you're going to tell people that, and you're going to put the wristband on. You're going to show them real quick. You're going to make about a 5-6 second video, and then you're going to upload it to the AmericaStrongUSA.org website and show your support. Can you do that, Philip?
I can absolutely do that, and I'll post it to the Peter G website, Peter G Show Facebook as well.
That is very kind of you, my friend, and I appreciate you calling. First-time caller?
Yep, sure am.
All right, well, I appreciate you very much for doing that. You will get a wristband in the mail. I got somebody else calling real quick. I got to let you go, but again, you're going to text your address and name to this phone number, and my people will get this wristband out to you. Is that cool? And don't forget, you got to upload your thing.
Well, sounds wonderful. I will absolutely do that.
All right, thank you so much for watching. We'll get back to you, okay?
All right, have a good night.
All right, peace. Philip just called and got his first America Strong USA wristband. I think that's friggin' awesome. And he's going to make a video and he's going to post it. I challenge ABC News America Strong to get a wristband from the Peter G Show and do a segment about America Strong USA. They got a segment they do every night called America Strong. There's those feel-good stories. This is a more than a feel-good story. This is a do-good story. So I challenge you, ABC World News, to call the Peter G Show and get a wristband and then talk about it. Next phone call. Hang on. Last one for the night. Hi, you're on The Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Gene.
I'm sorry?
This is Gene.
Hi, what can I do for you, Gene?
Your show was really great.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed it.
I appreciate it. Are you calling?
You got a lot of stuff in.
It was a long show tonight, but I probably could have gone for hours. Is there anything specifically I can do for you tonight, Gene?
I like that wristband that you showed on there.
Gene, you are a lucky individual because you are the caller for the second wristband for the night and the only last wristband. We're only going to give a couple away because it's late and we've been on way long. So here's what you're going to do. This is what I need you to do, though, Gene. I need you to to go onto my show phone number and you're going to text. You're going to text your full name and your mailing address, and that way my people will mail you out this America Strong USA wristband. And then when you receive the wristband, you're going to have a letter that's in the package with it. You're going to make a 5-second, 6-second video saying, "Hi, my name is Gene. I'm from." Where are you from, Gene?
Let me see. I live in Blair, Maryland. But it's in Harford County, Maryland.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So you're on the East Coast. So you're going to say, "Hi, I'm Gene. Yeah. I'm from so and so Maryland, and I support USA Strong. I mean America Strong USA wristband challenge." And you're just going to make a quick little video, and you're going to upload it to their website, and that way you can pass the message that you're a strong supporter of the USA Strong, America Strong USA. Sorry, it's been a long night. And that way you can do your part of this wristband challenge. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So when we hang up,
guess what?
What?
This lady down below me, she just came back from California.
Okay. And
I saw her yesterday.
What's her name?
Her name is Linda. She was out there visiting her sister-in-law.
Yeah, I think I saw her.
Yeah, she was.
Linda.
They had. Her sister-in-law. They went away, and she was watching their animals while they were gone.
Right? Is she a female?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw her.
Yeah, she said she was floating around in the pool. She enjoyed it.
Well, it's definitely what's not to enjoy, Gene. It's
right.
It's
It's
California. Okay, Gene,
Right.
I am so running over. This is going to be one of the longest shows in a while, unfortunately. But again, you're gonna text your name, address, and all that. My people will get this wristband, and we're counting on you to make that little video and post it up to the AmericaStrongUSA.org website. Okay.
All
right.
Now, what do I have to do? Call the number again?
No, you're gonna text it to that number.
Okay.
There you go. Got it?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for
Yeah,
being.
okay.
You are the lucky recipient of the kickoff of the AmericaStrongUSA.org wristband challenge. So we thank you, but make it worth the while and make that video so you can put it up there. Just a quick video saying, "Hey, this is Gene from so-and-so Maryland, and I'm a America Strong USA wristband challenge supporter," and then put it up. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Anything else you want to tell my 3 or 3 million people?
I guess that's all for now.
Okay. All for one and one for all. Love you. Thank you so much. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Okay. Enjoy the week.
I always do.
I know. I do too.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay.
That's it, people. That's it, people. Oh, yeah. We have gone so friggin' long tonight. That's it. I want you to hashtag the America Strong USA. Promote. Why? I'm doing this for a reason, because I'm telling you, we're helping people, all right? We're using my voice to help people. We all need help. People, I don't care who you are, how tough you are or whatever. People have things going on. These wristbands represent a lot. They represent your support. It's not a whole lot to give to do a lot for people in need. And we all have those situations where we're in need. All right. So from now, wow. Holy moly. We're out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show. I want to thank V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show, the Republic Broadcast Network. We were talking to him. He stayed up all night. He's up in Europe to speak his mind and talk about things that a lot of people don't talk about, and have the bravery to do what he does. I only touch on this stuff. It's for you to decide. But I love you for it, for paying attention, all right? I'm going to ask you in the future, these shows regurgitate, to share. I want to thank my sponsor, Bolt Energy. Electrify your senses. No preservatives. Tastes good. If you can't find Bolt Energy, go to www.drinkboltenergy and ask where you can find Bolt Energy. They see my show every week and they still support me. So what's not to love? I love the taste. Tastes good. That's it. Next week, real quick, God, I forgot. I'm doing my first segment of East Meets West, Bob Paff, Peter G Show. We're going to talk to Bob Paff on the last Sunday of every month for a while, and we're going to pick his brain of some of the stuff he does on his radio show, Baltimore radio show host Bob Paff. Next week, we're going to call it East Meets West, the Bob Paff, Peter G experience, right here on Life of Peter G, live on Facebook, The Peter G Show. From me to all of you, thank you so much. I love you more than I can say. Again, I truly respect and it's not easy putting up with me. I get it. But it actually makes sense once in a while, so I appreciate you very much. Okay? That's it. We're out of here. It's been a long night. This is a long one, but worth the watch. Peace. Love you guys.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.